POTA activation, extreme ownership. If you don't have the time, you must make the time. Means that when practicing the leadership philosophy of extreme ownership, which involves taking full responsibility for everything in your domain, even if you feel like you don't have enough time, you need to actively prioritize and carve out the necessary time to address issues and execute tasks effectively. Key points about this concept: activation, prioritization. It emphasizes the importance of identifying the most critical tasks and dedicating time to them, even when the schedules are tight. Activation. No excuses. Making the time implies actively finding ways to fit in necessary actions rather than blaming external factors for not taking ownership. Leadership responsibility, POTA activation. This philosophy, often associated with former Navy SEAL Jocko Willink, suggests that leaders must always find a way to address challenges and take full accountability for their team's performance, regardless of time constraints. Documentation. Activator documentation must submit an ADIF log after the activation. The log must include the following fields: the call sign, QSO date, time on, mode, and the band. Take responsibility. The leader is responsible for everything that impacts the mission and should own up to mistakes and failures. Activation. Don't make excuses. Leaders should not blame others for failures, but instead acknowledge responsibility and develop a plan to improve. Be a true believer. Leaders should be convinced of the mission and inspire others to follow. Activation. Strive to improve. Leaders should constantly seek to improve themselves and their team and build that mindset into them. Activation. Communicate clearly. Leaders should communicate plans and orders in a simple, clear, and concise manner. 1-2. Activation. Prioritize and execute. Leaders should determine the highest priority task and execute it. Activation. Delegate. Good leaders delegate tasks and trust their teams to execute them. Activation. Manage up and down. Leaders should ask questions up the chain if they don't understand why decisions are being made, and then pass that understanding down to their team. Commit to the mission. Relax. Take out the camera. Take a 5-minute break. Look around. Take a photo of the beauty of nature. 1, 2, activation. Focus on the mission. Leaders should remove individual egos and personal agendas and focus on how to best accomplish the mission. Determine the highest priority. FTX, Field Training Exercise. Stay focused, stay positive.
Okay, the heading is 45 degrees exactly. And pay attention to the next image. The location is the sign. The State Forest sign right there is the sign, and that's the heading. Okay. And our first waypoint is between those two trees right there in the back, right next to the bicycle. Bicycle's right there. Those two trees are the heading, and the tree in the middle of the back is the other heading tree.
Commit to the mission.
Again, the heading is still 45, and the tree over there, or the roots that are showing, are nicknamed Vainayantuomio. That is the target. The tree, the roots are sticking out from the tree that has been felled, and the other, it's right in front of that gigantic tall tree over there. Okay.
Follow the doctor's orders. Complete the 20-mile bicycle ride. Complete the radio contact at the park, and then turn back.
Okay, here we can see the second tree, which is nicknamed in Finnish the Vainayantuomio, which is the judgment of the grieving. That's at the root, because the roots show. In any case, that tree is the tree that we're using, the second one, and it's in a perfect location. This tree right here is the first tree that will be used for the hammock, and then the second tree is the tree right there. That tree is 15 feet exactly apart, so it's the perfect tree. It may not be necessary to place a tarp, but a tarp can be set up on an additional rope. But I don't see any point in it, because this is just going to be overnight camping and then radio contact only. The radio station can be placed somewhere around here on any of these trees, so this is the perfect location. Continuing on, we'll continue the measurements in one moment. Okay, on this picture, you can see that the heading is 45 degrees due east from north. Okay? This is important because this is the heading direction to get to this location. Now, you can see the other stump right there, and that stump is the first stump that you see when you're coming toward me, where I'm located. Now you continue then on that 45-degree heading. I'm going to turn the camera around now, and you can see this is the second stump, and that is important too, because the radio station will be, the hammock will be right here, where this tree is right here. This tree is the hammock tree, and the second stump, or second root, Vainayantuomio, or the root showing trees, the felled tree is right there. So then we turn around, and we see that the second tree for the hammock is right there. Okay, and the next shot will be a measurement from this tree, which is 15 feet away from that tree. And the easy way to find this whole location is the fell tree is right here, right between these two trees right here. So that's an easy one, and that's a big fell tree going due north. So that solves that problem. Okay, so this is important to remember where this location is, and that fell tree is right between these two trees right here. The antenna, 17-meter end-fed half wave, can be placed on that tree right there, and you can see right now where it's located. It goes up quite well, and it goes, so if it goes that high up, it should be easy to hit that. Throw the rope over it and set it so that it will work as an excellent little antenna post to hold the inverted V in place. So that will be fantastic. And so the hammock itself will be between this tree right here and the tree right there. And so based on this is a brilliant idea. We'll wait and see. This will be a fun project. KC2CWN.
Execute and win. Focus on the bigger picture.
And the greatest thing about this entire field is that there are hardly any trees here. This is a fantastic place to locate the antenna. As you can see, the signal will get out of here without any obstacles whatsoever. This is brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And have an awesome day. This is KC2CWN, waiting to perform the POTA activation and make lots of contacts in support of Parks on the Air. These photos or videos are recorded at Parcelia State Park in New York. And this is KC2CWN. Here's a close-up of the radio system box. And there's how it goes up to the vertex.
Execute and win. Reprioritize efforts to combat changing obstacles. Leaders, stay calm. Good times. Determine the highest priority. Step back, maintain the strategic picture. Move to next priority. Do not allow target fixation. Eliminate redundancy. Commit to the mission.
I will select the autofocus setting for the whole image. You can see here the antenna feed point, and it's important to see that the feed line is not tangled with the antenna, half-wave antenna element.
Step 7. Pull out the tripod. Step 8. Set the camera to video mode and activate video recording. Keep it on next 12 minutes. Step 9. Shoot and zoom in on 4 separate trees looking down the trail for setting my position. Step 10. Then continuously walk while holding the camera steady on the tripod toward the counterpoised tree. Execute and wind. Focus on the bigger picture. Leaders, stay calm. Reprioritize efforts to combat changing obstacles. Good times. Determine the highest priority. Step back. Maintain the strategic picture. Bring binoculars for guests. Watch the birds. Listen to the toads at night. Bring coffee for Christy and something for Jazzy. FTA. Bring binoculars for guests. Watch the birds. Listen to the toads. Get into the spirit of nature. Leaders, stay calm. Capture nature sounds with short video shot. Take photo number 2 for the Today Long Range Ham Radio Contact. Make this part of today's ham radio story. The storm's coming.
Always be as inventive as possible and use the antenna stick to secure the antenna when there isn't a notch or a branch on a tree nearby. With a long enough antenna stick, you can secure the antenna itself, and then remember to hide it after you're done. Here's the antenna stick. And see how it secures the antenna directly. It's nicely secured, temporarily of course, just for holding the antenna up. And now here's the whole point. From this vantage point you can see that the antenna is only about, say, 8 feet off the ground, which is more than enough distance in order to hook up the rig and then simply hook it up like that. And please watch the ZigGoo 90 operations video, and it shows directly how to set up the straight key and how all the controls for the ZigGoo 90 here are going to be set. And that's all. Don't forget to watch the video before setting it up.